Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's the E-commerce Minute, episode 321.
In today's episode, Walmart stress tracking cart patent.
It's time for the latest episode of Weird Walmart Patents. Walmart wants to know if its shoppers are stressed out. That's the idea behind a patent application for a biometric feedback shopping cart handle that was recently published by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. The feedback handles would measure shoppers' pulse, temperature, and force level when they're touching the cart's handles. The application notes that the data could be collected and measured against a baseline to alert store employees when a customer may need assistance. The server could also analyze data from multiple carts and customers to determine if something in a certain part of the store needs to be addressed by one or more associates. Walmart could potentially glean information about how customers are feeling, how they're reacting to the surroundings, and other stressors or factors. CB Insights noted that it could alert stores to arguments or fights between customers or possible broken merchandise in an aisle. It can also monitor behavior trends. If, for example, customers get stressed when a certain song plays, could result in management making changes in the store's environment. In some situations, such as an apparent medical emergency, the cart may even prompt more drastic measures, such as sending a notification over the store's intercom. The patent application is careful to clarify that the data would not be linked to the identity of any individual customer. The program could extend into other services. For example, customers could choose to have details sent to them through a store app located on their smartphone. Another option is to create a power assist mode on shopping carts that will automatically activate when a customer's heart rate exceeds a specific level, according to the filing. Walmart has published 1,419 patent applications since 2009, so it's not known how far along or how serious the retail giant is in implementing the tracking technology.
I get stressed out every time I walk into Walmart, so this thing would just go off. Sir, are you okay? Yes, I'm not. I am in Walmart. I am in Walmart. Yeah.
Are you okay?
I wonder if it accidentally triggers a shock. So you're walking, you're stressed out.
Yeah, is there a haptic feedback that's going, okay, buddy, calm down.
Or somebody comes out and goes, sir, it's okay. It's very, very okay. We can get through this. We can definitely get through this.
They bring out emotional support turkeys for you. Where's my emotional support peacock?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This show just went off the rails.
I like the fact that it can tell when a certain song is played. It could tell if the customer is getting stressed out. I feel the rain down in Africa. Oh, it reminds me of my old girlfriend.
Oh man, this is gonna be bad. John, what was the other?
What?
What was the other patent it was funny? It was
there was one where they sprays the stuff on the sprays stuff on the ground, and the cart wheels pick the stuff up off the ground, and then in the cashier lane, there's a camera underneath the cart that photographs all the stuff that's stuck to the wheels of your cart to tell where you were in the store.
Imagine combining both of them.
And the other one was the drone that flies around in store and follows you around.
Oh God, that is. Wait, there's So a card that picks up what you're picking up, and then the drone that follows you, and then a patent that when you're stressed out, everything will. This is why they made one patent for the cart, so to stress you out, and then there's a drone to stress you out, and then they made a patent to fix those patents.
And then they have a separate warehouse of emotional support peacocks just in case you get sad.
Why?
Well, it's called just throw it up on the wall and see if it sticks. I'm sure there's, if you patent all of it and then you just extract what you need at the time, you'll still own the patent. So I understand why they do it. Some of these ideas are just so wildly, I mean, just from a standpoint of privacy, are just so wildly like crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
Sir, I can't find my peanuts. I don't know. Too many aisles.
Too many aisles.
Sending.
I mean, if you look around in a Walmart, everybody looks stressed out already. Those handles will be blinging and binging and bonging and booming as soon as everybody walked in the door.
I don't know. They kind of needed this sure just went off the rails, but they kind of needed this whole system in Trader Joe's yesterday. I walked home and I wanted to stop at Trader Joe's around 6:00 at night. There was the line for the registers started at the registers, went around the store to the registers.
No, is that the one?
Wait, when I walked. Yeah, that's one.
That is.
And then wait.
That's the worst Trader Joe's in the world.
That's not the end. No. That is literally not the end of that. When you walked out, the guy was like, not letting anybody else in. We're full.
The store is too small. It's in a bad location. Everybody goes there because there's not another Trader Joe's around. It's a death trap, that store. No bang on Trader Joe's.
Sorry, guys.
Trader Joe's, but that store needs to close.
Well, the Whole Foods is, I think, taking a lot of their business, but still that busy. It was like I see this patent go a long way in that store. That's a stressful situation. I walked in and walked out within a second.
There'd be emotional support pigs all up and down the aisles.
Pigs?
Just insert emotional support peacock, emotional support donkey.
No. I got one. Emotional support hedgehog.
Emotional support hedgehog.
Ow! Ow! Guys, sometimes you need a good laugh.
Sorry about this episode. You just go ahead and delete this when you're done listening.
But come back tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have some quality program. Anyway, this is another weird Walmart patent. I really don't even know what to say about this. It's like we say, they throw it up against the wall, see if it sticks. Maybe they can extract something useful out of it in the near future, but at least they'll already have it patented. So that's the reasoning behind that. Do you have anything to add to this bizarre episode, Bart?
Emotional support hedgehog.
It's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow.
Oh, come on, that's just too fun.
That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.